In this video, I will show you how I was able to bag 50 pips and make so much profit. But before I get started, be aware of scammers. Do not pay anyone to trade for you. Do not buy signals. Put in effort and you're going to see all your hard work pay. Thank you. So this is the trade that I took earlier on, and before I start, I normally check the news before I take the trade. So you can see here as I am marking for this lower low, and as you can see, this is where I will take my profit. I was just marking on how this went. This is an analysis after I took this trade, and as you can see, I marked the take profit, and now I am marking the higher high. So as you remember, I'm looking for where the trade is going to start and where it is going to go. So best believe me, for me to take a trade, I have to go through my analysis. I have certain things that I have to mark. That is the higher high, and on the left side there, I mark the lower high, meaning that this is on the left side of this trade. So on a structure. So when I'm done with that, and I have to check for the other side, which is on the right of the higher high, where we're going to have the location of the higher high. Also it's on the lower high, but this is on the other side. In this on this lower high, you can see it has a liquidity which is on the low. This liquidity is what we're going to be using as a breaker. When this liquidity of the higher high of a lower high is taken out, then we are going to be sure that the trade is going to get to the take profit. That is the take profit. Our take profit, that means that we have orders below that point, and that is where the market is going to most likely reach to. So when the breaker is taken out, we have to look for an entry area, and in this entry area, it may come with so many things. And in this entry area, as you can see, as I am marking, this is a fair, I'm sorry about that, this is a fair value gap. And as you know about a fair value gap is where the price gets ahead of itself, and in this case the price got ahead of itself and it broke a low of the lower high. And when that happened, then remember I said that the fair value gap can be used as an entry or a target, and in this case, as you can see, our fair value gap, I used it as a confirmation that the price has respected the breaker and it's going to go to our take profit just below our take profit, as that is a low. Just below that area is where we have orders. So guys, and this, as you can see, is a bearish movement, price indicating it's going downwards. And as you can see, as I am marking this movement, it was a very quick, immediate movement. As you can see, it is on the higher high. It didn't happen in the middle. This happened on the higher side. So as you can see, I'm analyzing the fair value gap, and you can see from that I am marking the pips that I am going to take when I go and take this trade. So as you can see, let's see how many pips are those. As you can see, as I am indicating on the charts, that is 80 pips. As you can see, that is a very good one, like genuinely good. So with that, depending on the lot size, remember this is where risk management occurs. Depending on your risk management, you are able to take any size lot. You can take the 1.00, that is going to give you 8,000. You can take 0.01, that is you can start from $80 in case it's 80 pips. Depending on the lot size that you decide to take, you can take $8. You can take you can take 8 cents. You can take $8. You can take $80. You can take $800. And again, you can take $8,000. That is $88,000. Remember, this is determined by the pip size. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made $500 overnight. And before we get started, be aware of scammers. Do not pay anyone to trade for you. Do not buy signals. Do the work yourself and enjoy your trading. Given that forex is a very risky industry, I did encounter some losses before I finally made my first profits, and I will show you exactly how that happened. Just as you can see here on the chart, I wanted to get an area that I'm going to take my profit, which I have marked just as you can see. And that area is the liquidity where I will say this is my take profit. When price gets to that place, then I will take my profit no matter what amount it is. And then just below that, as you can see, I am marking the place that I entered in the market. This was a bullish move that I made money. And as you can see, the market that just made a clear indicator that this is the place that I'm going to enter. And guys, as you know about risk management, just as I found a place to enter, I also found a place just below the entry level where I'm going to put the stop loss. The stop loss, as you know, is that in case the market didn't go exactly as I planned it to go, then when it got to that place, I would be stopped, but then not lose all my money. But this, I was very sure that this one was a pure win. And as you can see, I am calculating the amount of money I'm going to get with pips, and you can see this is about it's 50 pips and above, give or take, given that in case I was ready to wait for the market to get there, or I exit the market just even before it got there. Then as you can see, I was not worried about anything. As you can see, 58 pips, that was more than enough because this is a clean trade for myself. And given that I've spent so much time on the market, learning the market behaviors, I was so confident this is the area. So the thing with price is that, and no matter how much time you spend, then it can be tricky. So you can spend like 5 years or even 10 years or even 1 year or even months. And the thing is that you might actually not be able to get just something reasonable for you to trade. It's not every day that is a winning trade. And as you can see, this for the 45 minutes, I was trying to, before you do take a trade, I have to consult with other time frames, as I do not do my work based on just one time frame. I get to go to all the time frames and check if my analysis is if my strategy is going to work and everything. As you can see here, I do look at the 30 minutes and I get to hunt for liquidity stop. So the thing about liquidity is that the market has to fill this liquidities. The market is going to create liquidities, and when it creates liquidities, then the market is going to want to fill those liquidity hunts. So in case you do not know anything about that, just know that the market is going to create liquidities, and when it creates liquidities, it's going to want to get to those liquidities. Remember that given that price is not something physical we can see, it's something that is operated based on the buyers and the sellers. You just have to think of what you would do if you are their price. How would you react to this certain situation? And you can see, to gain my confidence, I had to go to other time frames so that I can check that. And it's something that is so simple, but it's not simple that much, because you are going to need to put a lot of effort so that you can be confident in whatever you're doing. And the thing is, if you trust yourself so much, then and you put in work, then you're going to see the fruits of your work. And that there's nothing so rewarding like this, that you work so much on something and then it finally comes. So as you can see, was a very good win for myself today. And I'm telling you that this is something that it's purely joy, and I just don't know. It's something, I mean, getting a place that you can make this. And as you can see, I was just playing around thinking, oh, I would have made money with this, I would have made money with this. But when I got my profit, that was it. So bye.
In this video, I will explain the logic behind the success that you see in others and how you can have it in you. The logic will be used to change your life as you will apply this in your day-to-day life. It's called manifestation. You have seen people out there living a good life, succeeding at their first trial, always getting what they want. I'm talking about money, health, wealth, and they never seem to lack. And you're wondering, what is it that they're doing? Is it magic? Is it witchcraft? I'm here to tell you about my discovery that changed my life. Well, you see, we all are human beings, so whatever they're doing, you can also do it to achieve what they're achieving. Brain is the most powerful thing we have as human beings. You have to train your brain to your advantage, as so you can seek and you can knock and it will be given to you. And that is what you're going to do. Using your own voice, loud or inner, you ask your brain how you can make $1,000 or $10,000 in 3 days with forex, and it's going to answer you. That is exactly what I did, and it answered to me. I asked it, what how can I make $100 with forex, and it did exactly that. I trained my brain to give as I asked. So I began by learning what is forex, and it is in simple terms, it's the movement of price in currencies such as euro USD, GBP, and many other more. The movement of price between two prices like euro USD, measuring the strength of the two currencies based on the buying and the selling demand of the currencies. But in a pair like euro USD, we are using two pairs to trade one, more like one currency against the other. You're trading euro against USD. If people are buying euro, then the movement goes up. And if they stop, the movement goes down. And the upward and the downward movement is what is called bullish and bearish. Bullish is the upward movement indicated in green. Bearish is the downward movement indicated in red. How can you make money in a bullish movement? The rules is to find a place to enter and exit the area where you take profit, and always enter low like follows. And how you make money with a bearish movement is again to find a place where to enter and exit. Always enter high and exit low, as you can see. But you can see in a trading view where we will do our analysis before we actually place our trade on the trading platform. Movement of price is represented by candles, and the candles move upward and downwards. A candle has a body and wicks, just like as this you can see on the screen. The candle forms a formation which is called price structure. And if you look at the structure, you will see different shapes, and it is this structure that traders use to make money. You don't need to know all the structures. Instead, learn a few structures and use them to your advantage. In this video, I will show you how you can use a price formation called fair value gap to flip $100 to $10,000. Fair value gap is where price gets ahead of itself and makes a rapid move upwards or downward, leaving a gap. Later the price would go, later or sooner the price would go down to balance the formation that it formed. And a fair value gap can be used to understand the narrative of how a gap is created, as as price makes a large black candle in its movement. The large range fair value gap can be used as an entry or as a target. So with an example, I will show you how you can be of analysis to a fair value gap. As you can see, it is a large candle that is made a rapid move, leaving a gap imbalance will be used to enter and target. At this, as you can see, it can be used as an entry. The fair value gap has to close so it can be complete. And as you can see on the screen, price moved downwards and it left a gap, and you can the lower of the candle A and the higher of candle C, that is what is called a gap. And this between the high and the low, what is created is an imbalance movement. And we look at examples of fair value gap in the market, and how we can use them and how we can make money with it. So I will walk you through this, as it's a good practice so you can make money, and we look at the examples.